Hey guys, a very warm welcome to Moneycontrol, where we have a very special episode of Women in Commodities starting for you. And today we have a very special such woman with us, Sharmila Oswal. She is founder of Gud Mom by One Organic, and Sharmila has stood her ground, has excelled in what she does, works with a lot of passion and hard work as well. Sharmila, first of all, welcome to Moneycontrol. Tell us about you and what you have been doing and why.
Thank you so much. So myself Sharmila Oswal from Gud Mom One Organic, Basilia Organics. So as you know that like on the border, a soldier fights for the country's national security. Here I am fighting for the nutritional security of our country. So basically I am into the millet domain, right from the farmers clusters, right from the seeds. So from the seeds to the final product with the women cooperative, with taking care of the all women farmers, creating the sustainable livelihoods. So today we are purely working in the domain of millets.
How long have you been working on millets now?
Well, actually in the agro side, organic agro side, it's like more than 20 years.
Okay.
And last 2 years we have started creating value addition. So earlier, like for example, growing millets like jawar, bajra, like we say pearl millet or sorghum, but now we have started converting it in a value addition products.
You also, it's good for you that it also is turned into an international year of millets now. So it really has worked two and two together for you. How has the recognition worked for you? What is happening right now? Because you've been traveling all around, you've been talking to various countries now.
Yes, it's such an amazing journey. In fact, I'm so delighted to share that post-COVID, I mean, as you know that millions of deaths were there, and what were the reason? It was the all immunity. So India being the very rich and heritage on the ancient grains, so we are very powerful with our ancient grains. It's like thousands of years we are having these grains, but we have forgotten. So it's called Dadi Ma Ke Dukse, in Maharashtra called Ajivaitsa Batua. So this is nothing new. It's a sophisticated version we call jawar, bajra, ragi, that is the millets. So with the International Year of Millets, India is driving this mission, and I am extremely proud of this fact that the proposal has been accepted by United Nations and whole world. India is going to be the global millet hub. So this is something very outstanding milestone achieved by India.
Sharmila, tell me how easy or difficult has it been for a woman to excel in a field like that?
I tell you, it is a roller coaster ride. I mean, born as a woman itself is a challenge. So, but again, we are privileged and blessed that Ministry of Agriculture, Farmers Welfare, Commerce Ministry, Government of India, including our Prime Minister, who himself is a brand ambassador to millets. So the situation is very positive presently for the upcoming budding startups like us or women entrepreneurs. And it's the great journey because of the support of the Government of India.
So, nearly 150 countries produce millets, but I do understand that 40% of millets is something that India produces by itself, and we are looking at very huge numbers. If this year it's a $9 billion business, it is said that by 2025 it could be $25 billion of a business perhaps. Is there that much of upside to this? Is there enough support coming in from the government as well?
There is a huge potential. If you see Nebraska, for example, US, they are also the largest producer of sorghum. They have an exclusive board called Sorghum Board, so where they have taken even my podcast during the post-COVID times. So if you see the country-wise, all over the world, the movement is happening in a very tremendous way, and India is driving this mission, because if you see states like Rajasthan, Maharashtra, Gujarat, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, huge, producing millets. So millets overseas, if you see, it's considered as a fodder, but because of this millet year, the complete new dimension to this segment and to the commodity. So it's no more as a fodder, like पशुओं का खाना नहीं है, but अभी ये खाने का खाना है. So there is a great revolution, a millet revolution.
But it is in fad as well. Apart from fodder, when you look at chia seeds and amaranth and quinoa, all of that is so expensive. Is that the case now turning into India as well? Because everything that I reach out to buy in sense of non-gluten is all very expensive, very premium.
Because ma'am, what happens when people like you are approaching for all this, what happens, there is a sophistication. So imagine if you are on a ground, if you know local to vocal, we are in the Atmanirbhar Bharat. So if you are in Mumbai, you are in Delhi, nearby villages, there are farmers who are growing this. If you hunt for these farmers or people like us, women farmers initiatives, FPOs, India is having thousands of FPOs who are growing this millets. So may it be amaranth, may it be chia seeds, may it be millets. If you just open your eyes and get to the roots, like a dadima ke nukse, I tell you, the cost which is like 200 costing in a mall, some very sophisticated,
it is.
You will get it at 22 rupees.
You also have those products coming in from your own company. How are these priced really? Because
see, now
there
I'll
are
just
so
show
many
you.
more people reaching out for these as for health reasons, nutrition reasons.
Absolutely. So our whole objective, now in my hand it is a barnyard millet. I'm from state of Maharashtra, I'm from Pune, and Maharashtra in the fasting they eat barnyard. Like everything is bhagar, varai, hindi, sanwa. So this is a very popular grain and gluten free. So weight loss, so all nutrition, this is a like, you know, a great
that is
khajana.
music to everybody's ears.
Everybody. So what we have come up as a startup, that how this food can be affordable, economically viable, accessible to all. So rather than being to a niche community or very selected, we want to reach to the masses, because our whole objective is post-COVID, because the reason why we got into this value-added chain, that we want to create affordable food for this strong immunity.
As of now, I can tell you in the malls it's not so affordable. But this is about products. I do understand that companies like ITC, Marico, Britannia, Kellogg's for that matter, also are coming into non-gluten and millet kind of. I mean, hotels are putting out millet menus by now. So taste is one thing and nutrition is another. And I do understand that you have value-added products here as well.
Yeah, I mean, if you see in the market, and especially the new generation, if you will tell them to eat jawar roti, bajra roti, they won't. If you will say millet khichdi, they won't. So what we did is we came up with the initiative like, you know, millet noodles, or let's say pasta, because everybody wants to eat this kind of food, or let's say millet cookies. All the ministries, government, I'm very glad that they started eating this with the chai. You know, in the theaters, if you will see, popcorns are so expensive, 300, 500. So here we come up with the very cheaper, affordable jawar gluten-free popcorn. So these are all guilt-free munchings. These are the crackers which is made purely with the millet, 100% gluten-free. This you can eat with hummus, chutney, salsa, chai. So imagine if you have all these options every day morning. Cereals, what we would insist is eat Nutra cereals, that is, you know, jawar ka flakes, or we created honey coated flakes. If you will see the cookies, very interesting, very yummy. So nobody will say that this is something very tasteless. These are, we have tried to make it very tasty with the international flavors like Mexican pizza, cheese herbs, smoky. So these are all the flavors we introduced, so that the demand, present generation, because Zomato has become Appa and Swiggy has become Amma. So in this culture, we Milletians try. There are more than 500 startups who are working in this segment. So everybody has come up with this innovation, and I'm very glad that with this government initiative, International Year of Millet, the more awareness will be there, the more demand, the more supply.
Absolutely, and it is said as well that when you look at consumption, cultivation and also climate, this is the best, and it uses less water. The production cycle is lower as well. So there is a lot of positives that millet really brings to table there. Talk to us also about, you know, you have a startup, and we understand there are 500 startups as such which are working for millets, and the government is associating with them. It is also giving them subsidies also. What is the conversation that you have with the state governments vis-a-vis the central government?
Well, so far we have got all the great support from the central government. In fact, also we are incubated by IIMR, NutriHub, ICAR, that is at Hyderabad. So definitely I would appeal to our state government, especially Maharashtra, because Maharashtra is the richest producer of sorghum, ragi and all the millets. So state government should definitely take an initiative. Central government is doing amazing work, and I'm very happy that Tomarji, who's our agriculture minister, he's like supporting like an uncle, and our Modi ji, our beloved Prime Minister, I mean, his hand is on our all head of the startups, and everywhere there is no, I mean, I don't think there is any kind of obstacles from the central government.
There also is this whole talk about exporting a lot of millets as well, whether it's in its raw form or these value-added products that you have. So what countries are you talking to right now?
Presently, we have already started exporting, that is Australia, UK, USA, Germany. In fact, Europe and US is very great, I mean, you know, revolution is happening. They are trying to bring the sorghum patty, so Burger Kings and McDonald's. So there is going to be a new revolution, because whole world is talking about plant-based food. So this is what I think, being vegan or plant-based or being a milletians, because this has the all abilities to reverse your diseases. Diabetes 100%. So even your you know, day-to-day life, or gut, for your guts and for your strong immunity, and being a low glycemic index, millet plays very significant and instrumental role in your health.
Okay, Sharmila, also talk to me about numbers now. What is the cost of production into this, and what kind of profits are people raking in? I mean, we've already talked about on what this costs to you, and by the time it reaches the malls, the prices are astronomical.
Because what happens is the chain, like let's say the modern trade or general trade. So in this both process, there are dealers, distributors, the whole chain.
Right.
So because of that, the price gets on the higher side. But the consumer point of view, I would always say that now government has initiated and subsidized, and let's say Nafed Bazaar is there. So Nafed Bazaar, which is initiative of government, they are coming to Bombay, Delhi, Hyderabad, all the metro cities of this country, where you will have subsidized products. Also government is trying to have collaboration with the Reliance, Grofers, or all the multiple these chains, where they can give the subsidized millet products particularly. Okay. So I think the efforts are on.
Okay, I want to wind down this conversation with a final question to you, and that is on, while we have seen a pre-launch of 2023 as International Year of Millets, what are your plans going forward? How does it fit into overall International Year of Millets?
Well, we are very excited because we know this is our time and we have to rock it, and all over the world, in fact, especially we have been invited, and because of the Millet Year, US is on the card, Gulf Food is there, then EPIDA, especially EPIDA, which is part of the Commerce Ministry and Government of India, they have been immensely supporting us for this initiative. So all overseas there are a lot of exhibitions, and then there are a lot of activities on the millets, podcasts are there. So this way I think we will at least reach. So this year will be about the awareness, and I am appealing to the government to start a campaign, because how public will know that why to eat millets or what are the benefits out of it, and to make it subsidized. Again, the government initiation will definitely help for the startups like us who wants the products to reach to the masses, so that हम जनता की सेवा कर सकें.
All right, so मेरा time आ गया to मेरा time आ गया is what Sharmila is telling us. What a pleasure to have you here in our studios. Thank you so much, Sharmila, for coming.
Thank you so much, indeed pleasure. Thank you. Jai Hind.